Hi, this is Chris, and welcome to 100 Mile Prayer Circle. The initiative of the 100 Mile Prayer Circle is simple. Everybody adopt 100 miles around where you're at, what your address is, and just adopt it and pray for them. Pray for the people in that area. If you see news things happening, pray for it. If you see prayer requests on our site or anywhere else, pray for it. And what happens is that your circle intersects with other people's circles, and now we're all praying together. The Bible talks about where two or more are gathered, that He's in the midst. Well, He's with you even if you're praying alone. But your prayer is even stronger when you're praying with others. I wanted to talk to you for just a couple minutes today about, we're going to be in Joshua 5 and 6. Get your Bible and take a look at it after I'm done. What we're going to talk about basically is this is after Moses is gone. The children of Israel, they're out of bondage. They've done their 40 years wandering around the desert. And now they have crossed the river Jordan at flood stage, and they're going to their next battle, which is going to be a fortress called Jericho. Jericho was the mightiest fortress at the time, and considered by man to be almost you can't get through it, impenetrable. You just couldn't do it. And the person comes to Joshua, and Joshua sees him and said, "Who are you?" He's dressed in army equipment. He says that, "Who are you? You are for us or against us?" And the angel says, "Neither, for I fight for the army of God, and I will go ahead of you in this next battle. And here's what you need to do." So the angel told Joshua exactly what to do for the next battle. He said the children of Israel needed to go and line up, put the Ark of the Covenant, which was the presence of God, and the priests in the front, and the rest of the nation of Israel, and walk around the walls of Jericho. You may know the song from when you were a kid. And walk around the walls of Jericho. Do it for 7 days. And on the seventh day, walk around 7 times, and then let out a great shout and praise to God, and that God was going to handle everything. So Joshua gathered the people together, and that's exactly what they did. And for 6 days, they walked around once, in that order, quietly, and didn't say a word. Then on the 7th day, they came and walked around 7 times. On the last time, they stopped and let out a great holler and great noise. And when that happened, the army of God himself, the army of God, his army, tore the walls of Jericho down. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because the most important thing at times about prayer is waiting. But the other most important thing about prayer is knowing when to speak. And I'm not talking about in prayer. I'm talking about speaking out to people. These have been a tough few days. And I'm just here to tell you that the children of Israel wandered around the desert, and maybe you don't know this, but they wandered around for 40 years because they weren't ready. And I just wanted to encourage you that this place we're in, this prayer that we're doing, this is call that God is calling for us to pray, it isn't at the beginning of the 40 years. It's already at the end. And where we are right now as prayers, whoever you are, if you pray, you fall under this category. Wherever you are, you've already begun to walk around the walls of Jericho the first time. And I want you to think about that, because the angel for the army of God told them to walk around silently. But that didn't mean they weren't praying. That didn't mean they weren't taking it to their God. And maybe it's time for us as prayers to just be quiet for a little bit and pray intensely and wait on God. Hey, you're going to see me a little sooner than you normally do because I've got a couple other things to say. So there'll be another video pretty quick. But hey, thank you very much. And remember, pray without ceasing. Bless you guys.